Life is funny sometimes. Last year I moved house and I'm living on the same street I grew up on. I learnt to ride a bike in this park. I used to walk across this bridge to go to school. And I've walked these streets countless times. But some things are different. They've changed, just like me. Being back wasn't part of the plan. But sometimes life takes you full circle. And while all this familiarity is comforting, it can also feel repetitive. So, when the chance came to take a framed artwork to Napier, I said yes, without hesitation. A change of scenery is always good for the soul. We're all ready to go. Ruby's excited, I'm excited, and we will see how this trip goes. Okay, over. If you don't know, Napier is about a 5 to 7 hour drive from Auckland, depending on how many stops you make. I love being on the road and away from routine. It opens up space to think and reflect, and you begin to process things you might not otherwise. One thing I often ask myself is, why does this moment matter? Is there a lesson here? Years ago, I heard this idea that we're all the main characters of our own movie, and it stuck with me. And if you think about life that way, then every moment or scene, not just mine, but yours, matters. The twists, the turns, the setbacks, the victories, each one shapes us. And when we share those stories, they ripple outward. So I thought I would share some of my stories with you. I don't think I'm alone in this. But for me, life changed after 2020. Prior, life was very full. Full of busyness, full of social engagement, full of movement, not to mention full of drama. For a time, I was working in the events industry, working lots of festivals. Then I got very sick and spent 3 years in and out of hospital. That was obviously a shift in itself, but when I look back, even from the view of a hospital bed, I was still surrounded by people, and there was a busyness around going to the many appointments I had. Now I embrace slow and intentional living. Slowing down was first imposed on me, both with my health and the lockdowns. But when you give yourself permission to just be, opposed to doing all the time, it gives you a new perspective, and you begin to realize that filling your life up isn't the only way of living. I myself turned inward and began to properly embrace my creative self. But more than that happened. I also learned how to appreciate the little things and really take notice of the moments that will soon become fond memories and stories. So we are about to head off to Tennyson Gallery to deliver this print, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how Napier appreciates A0 cyanotypes. All right. There's a story behind how this artwork was made. This piece is from a series called Chiaroscuro Legs. It was originally shot in 2021 while we were in lockdown. I had this idea that I was dying to make, but with everything shut down, was limited. And so I turned the living room of the little unit I was living in at the time into a studio. I hung a black bedsheet up on the wall. I got all the house lamps, set everything up, got my boyfriend to be the button pusher, and used my legs as the subject. Who would have thought such a humble shoot would have turned into my most popular series? Napier has its own story too. In the 1930s, the area experienced a massive earthquake and the whole town was flattened. The tragedy led to a unique transformation, and the city was rebuilt almost entirely in the Art Deco style. It's even known worldwide as the Art Deco capital. I can relate. I've had to rebuild from the ground up too. What I love Napier most for is its wonderful arts community. Tennyson Gallery is one of the many great galleries here in Napier. I've only recently joined this gallery, but the smallest cyanotypes have been going so well that the gallery owner Lizzie wanted to showcase the large-scale one on their walls.
Welcome. Nice to see you. How was the trip? Oh, good.
In 2025, choosing to make art by hand feels like a bit of a risk. In a time of AI where fast turnarounds are expected, being slow and intentional can look like a step backwards. I wouldn't have it any other way though. Following through on ideas that come from your own mind have had your hands touch every part of the process, and new skills that you had to put lots of time in to master. It's such a satisfying thing. And the people who buy my pieces, they seem to value that too. All right, so me and Ruby just going for a post-lunch debrief about how it all went in Napier, and got a really great response. And this is sort of one of the things that I just love about being an artist, and being able to sort of drive a big artwork halfway across, the North Island is... Oh, yeah, it's pretty cool, eh? Yes, it's pretty cool. Life is funny sometimes. This Napier adventure is definitely one for the memory bank. So rewarding to move through a less familiar environment, to have new experiences. It helps me connect to myself.